Hey guys, Jamie here. Yeah, today was a good day, obviously. 6-1. Yeah, 6-1 against Motherwell. And at least if you're watching this, Hearts did lose yesterday, so sorry. Anyway, I'm just laughing at the fact that Celtic as well. Like, not only Celtic lost yesterday, Man City lost at home to Crystal Palace. Like, what is it with Pep Guardiola and not being able to beat Crystal Palace at home? And yeah, I've actually got mates here, Man City fans, so that actually made that a bit more funny. So yeah, Liverpool drew 2-2 with Brighton. So I mean, we were 2-0 up, and Mane had a goal disallowed, which I thought was a. I saw why it was disallowed because it did hit his hand, but at the same time, it was kind of harsh because how was he supposed to avoid it? Like he was sliding in full speed, like the block the ball. How was he meant to block it? How was he meant to avoid it hitting his hand? But it ended 2-2 anyway. It's not a loss, so it's fine, I guess. I mean, Brighton did play well. There was about 3 goals disallowed in this match. Salah was offside, and I think Trossard was offside as well. Yeah, so Liverpool drew 2-2, a bit frustrating, but yeah, Celtic 0-0 with Livingston, and they missed a penalty in the 94th minute. Yeah, they missed a penalty in the 94th minute. Which, you know why they got a penalty? The Livingston keeper tapped Kyogo on the back of the head. He went down and Celtic got a penalty out of it. 6 minutes of added time and a penalty, and they still somehow failed to win. At home against Livingston. And then, what else happened there? I watched match today. Burnley somehow won 3-1 against Brentford. I don't know what Brentford were doing if they're conceding 3 goals away to Burnley. And yeah, Man City 2-0 at home against Palace. And LFC Gamer Village, if you're watching this is the funny thing. Man City lost 2-0 at home to Palace, and the funny thing is, the guy that scored the winner is named Gallagher. Am I the only one that finds that kind of funny? Leave a comment down below if you find that just kind of ironic and funny. A guy called Gallagher scores a winning goal against Man City. You have to admit that is kind of funny. And then Man United won 3-0 against Tottenham. Tottenham are terrible. I don't like Man United, so I personally didn't really care. So, and yeah, Rangers earlier, I am very happy with this. 6-1. And the dog's barking, ignore that. 6-1 against, I was about to say Norwich there. Motherwell. Motherwell scored first. Connor Golson with a weird header back to the keeper. Ended up going out for a corner, and they ended up scoring off it. Alan McGregor made a really good save, and then he couldn't stop the rebound. Then Tavernier scored a ridiculous volley. Like, cross came over for, like, admittedly, we dominated the first half. We just couldn't get anywhere near them. No, we just weren't. It's not that we couldn't get anywhere near them. We were all over them. We just the final third was just terrible. And yeah, I'm actually gonna switch hands because this is hurting my hand. Yeah, so and yeah, Calvin Bassey put in a cross. I thought it was overhit, and then Tavernier just comes in, right foot, bang, straight in the bottom corner, 1-1, and then 2 minutes later, Sakala goes and scores to make it 2-1. So yeah, and then he added 2 more in the second half, and then Kamara and Roof scored to make it 6-1. So yeah, I think I'll just touch on last week briefly because I have to, because 5-0 at Old Trafford. What? I was watching that thinking, I was happy because I have waited years to smash Man United at Old Trafford, but at the same time, I feel the frustration because remember 4 years ago we went to the Etihad and got smashed 5-0. So we've came to Manchester. Well, is Old Trafford in Manchester, or is it Salford? I don't know. Anyway, we came to Manchester and won 5-0. So yeah, Man United responded by beating Tottenham 3-0, but again, I didn't really care. So yeah, and I think Hearts lost to Aberdeen yesterday, and Aberdeen drew 2-2 at Ibrox. And even worse, Scott Brown scored. Yeah, Scott Brown. Like, like, not beating Aberdeen is bad enough, but then Scott Brown scoring a goal at Ibrox. Anyway, we won 6-1 today, and I'd rather not lose to Aberdeen, so, because, you know, Scott Brown. Anyway, yeah, last week, Man United's defence against Liverpool last week was all over the place. And Mr. Jossie J, if you're watching this, I feel your frustration off that, 100%. Because like I said, we went to the Etihad like a couple of years ago and got smashed 5-0. And then just last year, 7-2 against Aston Villa. I didn't know what I was watching that night. And that's the same day that, you know, Tottenham beat you 6-1. So that was a weird day last season. 6-1 and 7-2. That was weird. Anyway, Salah, the first player to score a hat-trick at Old Trafford in the Premier League. I think the first foreign player ever to do it. Anyway, because David Bentley scored a hat-trick against him for Blackburn, but that was at Ewood Park. And Cout scored a hat-trick against him, but that was at Old Trafford. And Steven Gerrard, if he hadn't hit the post of that penalty in 2014, he would have had a hat-trick of penalties at Old Trafford. So yeah, yeah, I was really happy with that. I mean, Twitter basically lost their minds after that. That was just nuts. Yeah, it honestly could have been 6 or 7 if Liverpool were up for it. And then Ronaldo had a goal disallowed, which admittedly was kind of harsh. And then Pogba got sent off for a disgusting tackle on Keita, who actually had to go off injured in the match against Brighton yesterday after about 20 minutes. So yeah. Anyway, enough of me rambling. I've got a book to read, so I'm going to do that. And yeah, see you guys next time. Come on then, Angels!